He was never a president, never led an army. Yet, no single figure shaped the birth of the United States more profoundly than Benjamin Franklin. He tamed lightning, brokered peace, and molded ideas into institutions. A printer, a scientist, a philosopher, and a revolutionary, Franklin was a man of many worlds, and one of history's most extraordinary minds. Born in 1706 in Boston, Franklin was the 15th of 17 children. He had just 2 years of formal education. At age 12, he became an apprentice in his brother's printing shop, but books became his real teachers. He read constantly, absorbing everything: science, philosophy, politics, economics, and through the printed word, he learned how to shape the world. By his early 20s, Franklin had moved to Philadelphia and started his own print business. He published Poor Richard's Almanac, filled with proverbs and wit, becoming one of the most widely read publications in the colonies. But Franklin's ambition went far beyond ink and paper. He founded libraries, hospitals, fire departments, and universities wherever he saw a need. He found a solution, and then he built it. He believed in the public good and self-improvement, and in the idea that knowledge should serve society, not just the self. But Franklin wasn't only a civic leader. He was a scientist, and a brilliant one. Fascinated by electricity, he conducted experiments that stunned the world. He proved that lightning was a form of electrical discharge and invented the lightning rod, protecting homes from fire and revolutionizing the understanding of natural forces. His discoveries earned him international fame and respect, even from kings and scholars abroad. As tensions rose between the American colonies and Great Britain, Franklin's role shifted once again, this time into politics and diplomacy. He traveled to London as a representative of Pennsylvania, hoping to resolve disputes peacefully. But the British government dismissed colonial concerns, and Franklin returned home disillusioned. Back in America, he joined the growing independence movement. Despite being in his 70s, an old man by 18th century standards, he became one of the most active voices in the Revolution. In 1776, he was appointed to the Committee of Five that drafted the Declaration of Independence. Though Thomas Jefferson wrote the first draft, Franklin's edits brought clarity and resonance. His famous correction, "Changing we hold these truths to be sacred and undeniable to self-evident," sharpened the document's universal tone and moral authority. But Franklin's greatest political achievement would come not on the battlefield, but in the course of Europe. Sent to France as a diplomat, Franklin arrived in Paris with a mission: secure French support for the American cause. He charmed aristocrats, philosophers, and kings alike with his wit, wisdom, and rustic humility. Wearing simple American clothes and speaking with clarity, Franklin embodied the ideals of the new republic. His efforts paid off. In 1778, France officially allied with the United States, providing crucial military and financial aid. This alliance would tip the balance of the war and lead to eventual victory over the British. When peace finally came, Franklin helped negotiate the Treaty of Paris in 1783, officially ending the Revolutionary War. Few Americans were more respected abroad. Few had done more to secure independence. In his final years, Franklin remained active. He returned to Philadelphia and became the elder statesman of the Constitutional Convention in 1787. Though weak and often in pain, he spoke with conviction about unity, compromise, and moral responsibility. When the Constitution was finalized, he urged its ratification, not because it was perfect, but because it created the possibility for a more perfect union. Beyond politics, Franklin's personal beliefs made him even more remarkable. A lifelong advocate of education, freedom of speech, and religious tolerance, he also became an early voice against slavery. Though he had once owned enslaved people, as was common among men of his class, Franklin evolved. Late in life, he became president of the Pennsylvania Society for Promoting the Abolition of Slavery, pushing for reforms that wouldn't take full effect until long after his death. He died in 1790 at the age of 84 after a lifetime of public service, innovation, and leadership. Over 20,000 people attended his funeral in Philadelphia, a staggering number for the time. He had risen from a poor apprentice to one of the most admired men in the world. Benjamin Franklin left behind no single legacy, because he left behind dozens. He shaped the press. He shaped science. He shaped civic life and diplomacy, education, and infrastructure. He helped imagine a new country, and then helped build it. His face appears today on the $100 bill of fitting, not just for his impact on American finance, but because his true wealth lay in ideas, invention, and influence. Franklin never stopped asking questions, never stopped building, and never stopped believing that humanity could improve itself through reason, humility, and effort. He showed the world that greatness doesn't always wear a crown or carry a sword. Sometimes it carries a pen, a kite, and a mind brave enough to chase storms and reshape the world that follows. Benjamin Franklin was not just a founding father. He was the intellectual engine of a revolution, and the proof that one mind, fully awakened, can change history.